What's up guys, it's Scorch here, and today for you guys I have a brand new Unturned video. This is going to be how to convert a 3D vehicle model into a vehicle workshop item for Unturned. This is going to cover the Unity section, so what you're going to need is Unity version 2017.4.29F1. You can now do it with Unity 2018 and stuff like that, but I don't know how to do it with that one, so we're going to use 2017. You're also going to need a Blender. Alright, you might possibly need Blender. Let me explain this. So Blender is free, open source, all that good stuff. When you first open it up, it's going to be in not maximized, so maximize it, close out of that, press A twice, once to deselect the cube, and then another time to select everything, then hit the delete key, and you can either hit X, left click on delete, or hit enter. Then go to file, and what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to export this as an OBJ file. Mine is currently an OBJ file, however, it's an OBJ file from Zenoza, or ZModeler, version 3. So for whatever reason it doesn't like to import OBJ files from alright, so we gotta select it that way so it shows up with the OBJ. Not really sure if, yeah, no, that doesn't change anything. So you can just you could just go import OBJ and just select the OBJ because that's all it imports anyways. But there's that, and then just export as OBJ, select where you want it. I'm going to go one up right here, export, and if it's red like that, if the name is red, that's just going to overwrite it. So then we open that back up, and this is our newly exported OBJ. So this is the one that we're going to be using in Unity. Next thing is Unturned. Their latest update kind of screwed everything up. So we're going to open this project. You can just go new project if this is your first time. This is going to have this assets thing, and that's it. I would recommend making an imports folder and then a separate folder for each of the vehicles that you're doing. So create folder and .sr. And then from here, you're going to need all your different PNG files. These are all separate because here, we'll go to this one. Okay, so this one has just the OBJ file, the material file, and then all the different PNG textures that we're going to need. We are eventually going to create materials from them. So .sr, and then you open this, and everything that's in here, including the MP3 files and stuff, or actually we don't need the MP3 files yet, MP3 and OGG. This is an idle sound that the game's just going to speed up the faster the vehicle goes. That's your horn. This is the startup sound of the vehicle. And then this is whatever siren you want it to be. This could be an actual police siren if you're making a police vehicle, or it could just be a song that you just converted into OGG via Audacity. It's free. So the way this works is that opens up. It doesn't really matter if it's mono or duo tracking. Then you just go export audio, and then just as OGG Vorbis file. The way that I found to do the MP3s is just to export this as a WAV file, 16-bit PCM, my bad. Because there is an option to do MP3 files, but you need a special DLL location or whatever it is. So just export as a WAV file and then just change the file extension to an MP3. So we're going to need most of this stuff except for the audio files. So just drag those in there. Alright. And then from here, so we're going to need bundle tools and content tool. This is in your root directory under bundles, sources, and then this stuff. It used to just be, it was under here under bundletool.cs, but Nelson updated it, so now it's under project.unity package, so just drag that in there. And then really the only thing that you need is those two. So just uncheck that and uncheck those two if you want, and that, and then just hit import. And not sure what that is, but I will upload bundle tool and content tool into my Google Drive and put a link in the. I'll put a link in the description for that stuff, and then you're also going to need example, game, sources, models, vehicles, police. This one is available. This one is in example assets. This one will give you literally everything. This one takes a while to import, seeing how it is 78 megabytes. So just give that a minute. It'll kind of seem like Unity crashed, but it'll respond after a little while. I'll put this stuff. I'll put everything in the example folder up there too, along with the tools folder down at the bottom, because this one, there we go. This one's should be under example, game, sources, models, and then vehicles, not objects. But this only gives you the lights and stuff. Like that only gives you that. It doesn't actually give you the police stuff, so then I had to go hunting for it. And I think it's down here somewheres. That's all the weapons. And all the sights and rangefinders and attachments and stuff. And then I think it was under objects, or no? Right here, I think. Fighter truck, off-roader, no, it's not that stuff. It's under something. Okay, so it's under resources, bundles, vehicles, and then police. So really this stuff you don't need. Sorry about that. But bundles, right? Yeah, bundles and then vehicles. Alright, it would appear that I made a mistake. Wherever it is. We really need this. We need a vehicle prefab. So I guess just scroll up until you catch a glimpse of prefab. That's annoying. We're gonna use free-flowing scroll wheel. PNGs, materials, and FBXs is all we're seeing right now. It's in here somewheres. Is it in here somewheres? A lot of these are FBX files. You could use an XBF or an FBX2 or as well, but I prefer just to use. Okay, where is this? At least no, it's just gonna be in a siren. The objects don't help. Wonder if it was in here. Yeah, prefab right there. So then we just go down to police German. This should be. It's pretty close. So yeah, my guess would be just to use police German. I'm gonna put all this stuff and upload it. So we're just going to use that because it's pretty much the same thing. First thing to do is to drag that out there. We really don't need the directional light in the main camera, but I just leave it on there. So then what we're going to need is we're going to need this and drag that out there. Then kind of reposition, go to inspector, edit the scale, so we're going to do the rough height, is that 2.2, and then we're just going to change all this stuff to 2.2, and that should give us a rough size. We'll put it roughly in the middle, just to save us some time. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to select that, and we're going to uncheck this. That's going to hide all of that. And then in here, what I did is I separated in ZModeler or Zenoza based on the texture that they use. So badge S, the S stands for steering wheel, and badge stands for using the badge texture, whichever that is. Badge V stands for vehicle. So let's just, so let me explain what this stuff is. Model 0 and Model 1, that's your vehicle stuff. Your wheels, wheel 0 and 2, 1, 3. 0 should be, yeah, 0 is this one, 1 is this one, 2 is this one, and 3 is that one. That's what they do. They go left, right, and then forward, back. And then the objects, you got your different seats. And then your steering wheels. Headlights and taillights, those are all nodes. Seats, that's all your nodes. Sirens, those I think are mesh. I'm pretty sure those are mesh. Tires, these tires down here are the nodes, and the wheels up here are the mesh. Or no, this stuff right here. Okay, so these sirens are nodes, and the model stuff is mesh, and then headlights and taillights mesh. So, if you see something V, that means model 0 or 1, just write in vehicle. Headlights model is that, taillights model is the taillights, seats 0, 1 is the seats. S is for the steering wheel. 0 is for that one. 1 is for that one. 2 is for that one. And 3 is for that one for the tires. And then that'll be about it. Because in the objects you have the seats and then the steering wheel. So really the only mesh that you need is the body vehicle mesh, the mesh for each of the 4 tires, the mesh for the steering wheel, and the mesh for the seats. The mesh for the seats, honestly, we don't really need. That's why you'll see like seat 01 has that. But then that uses the dash texture, so then if we go dash vehicle, right click is to rotate, by the way. I'll take blue vehicle for a sec. So then if we take off this, you can see that the stitching is still there. That's because the stitching is part of the vehicle. So if we recheck this stuff and we go stitching, stitch vehicle, really that should be part of the seats, but I haven't figured out a way to make the seats not be 0,1 or seat _ 0 into model with multiple attachments inside. Haven't quite figured out how to do that yet, but what we need to do with here is this is all vehicle for tag and layer. So we need to select this and go vehicle, wherever vehicle went, vehicle, and layered into vehicle. Yes, change children, and then so anything, so model 0 and model 1 are both still tagged and layered as vehicle. So anything with the V is going to stay tagged and layered. So we need to press and hold shift, select all of that, and tag that as vehicle where vehicle went. I just found it. There we go. Alright, so anything with a V after it is going to stay vehicle. So then we go into the wheels, and that stuff we're going to keep. So each wheel is labeled as small and small. So anything with 0 or 1, 0, 1, 2, or 3 after it, anything pertaining to the wheels is going to be small and small. And you can pause the video and put all these in there. It's just add tag or add layer at the bottom. So all these are small and small. Then under objects, the seats are medium and medium. So then we just find seat 0 and seat 1, layer those as medium and tag them as medium. And then the steering wheel is small and small, so now we take anything with an S after it, and label that as small and small. Then we're not going to mess with that stuff, or that, or that, or that. Headlights model, that's vehicle, and taillights is vehicle, so we're not going to mess with those. So then everything should be good. So now what we need to do is we need to create an empty, label this as wherever it went. Where did vehicle go? Vehicle, right there. Went past it like 7 times. We're just going to name this model. Right? And now we're going to put everything with a V after it in here. Right? It's everything with a V. So we're going to drag that into there. It's going to break the prefab instance, but just go for it. So then here in model, this we don't really need to change at all. So this is just going to be, actually, and then we're going to drag that out and minimize that. And then wheels, model underscore 0, so each of these are going to be models, so we're going to need to create another empty. Make sure it's not in there. Model. And then we're going to put all of the zeros in here. So this is going to be the model for the tire, which is going to be tag small and layer small. So that'll be the model for the tire. So now what we do is we recheck that. Go over here to tires, tire 0. It's backwards, isn't it? Yeah. Yep, my car's backwards. Alright, hang on. This is bound to happen eventually. Select that. Select that. That should select everything in here, but I select everything just in case. We're going to set the Y rotation, right? Yeah, Y rotation at 180. This doesn't help them, it's just that one tire. So we're going to Control Z. Alright, so we're going to try moving this 180. Okay, so that works. Then we'll move this one 180. And now everything's where it's supposed to be. So now when we go down here and recheck this, now it lines up the way it's supposed to. And therefore, tire 0 is the tire that is supposed to be selected. So we're going to go from this mode, move that into the center of the tire, change the radius to not 0.1. If it's easier, take model, check that, drag this model out above that. Is it above? Whatever that is, okay. There we go. And then uncheck that. So you literally just get that wheel. So it's just that, and you can't get like radius and all that from this, so you have to manually move this. So maybe I will go 7.4. This one really doesn't have a center to object sort of thing. There might be something in snap settings. But there's no like move like reset axes to parent or something like that, because otherwise I would I'd just drag tire underscore 0 into that model and then just select model which has the axes in the center of the wheel, and then I'd just reset to parent and then move it to that specific axis, so the tire doesn't like rotate around or anything. What I was doing before was I'd go like this, zoom in just until that disappears, and then I'd go up here just till that goes like that, so both of them are appearing, and then I'd kind of just watch. I'd watch where that is. I'd move my cursor up to here, watch back over to there, the center on the wheel. Then I click the other one and then move it just a little bit to where I can access both of these at the same time. You can drag that down some, even more room to work. You can drag that down more too. So then there, used to go that way just a little bit. Oops. That's the wrong thing. I have a feeling it was a wheel before too. An optical illusion. It looked like the rim was not out all the way to the edge. So we select that until we get our axes back. Or something. Why is that in the middle? Come on, man. Okay, well apparently stuff doesn't want to work for me right now. So, what we're going to do is we're going to make this easy and just kind of eyeball it. We're actually going to turn my DPI all the way down. Precise movement. That looks about as close as we're going to get. And then this right here just goes right to the inside of the wheel. Then, the fun part, now we just go wheels over here, delete that, move this model into there. And go over here to edit box collider. And from my experience, you can't move it from that middle one. You have to move each side, just kind of top to bottom, and then go this way, move that one out, move that one like that, and then just do that. Recalculate bounds, stuff like that. Then trying to think, we shouldn't need L1, and then just move that down to roughly that. And this will be all of the there's a lot of model underscore zeros. So we're gonna go tire 0, because that one's ours, and weight 0. And then in here, that should reference both of those, and that moved that. It did not, however, move that node, so we have to move that back out. This is a pain. Move that to the same position as that. That looks pretty close. So now we re-edit the box collider. That's still good. We'll move this side in a little bit. Those are good. So now we can drag that in with no issues. Even though that's over there, shouldn't matter. So, wheel 0 is done. Half an hour we did one wheel. It was wonderful. Okay, so now we can close that out. Actually, this right here, we can delete that. And we can delete that. And this model right here, we can drag right in there, and that is all done. Because that's that stuff. Model is in the center of the wheel. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Because really, I think it's just this, which is the debris or whatever. I think that has to be in the middle of the wheel, and then the collision has to be in the middle of the wheel. Because this acts as the axes for it. That might have to be in the middle. Really, all in all, someone else should have made this, but you know. Alright, edit that again. Luckily this one's only the x-axis that we haven't moved that. Recalculate bounds. Check that. Do that. That's all good. Move that back in there. Gonna hide that. Alright. Wheel 0 is done. Now oh the joy for wheel 2. So now create empty. If I can type. This is 2, so both of them should be good. I'll move that out so we can actually see where that is. I'll move this. Same rate is 0.74. That should be about good. So we're going based on that one right there. I think that's pretty good. Now we kind of throw that in the middle of the wheel. Throw that up against that side. Collision's good. Now we just added the box collider. It'd be nice if someone who knew more about this did this tutorial, but who knows? Recalculate. Now we gotta delete that, move that down to 3%. Kind of scale that back up, and this is 2, so we need tire 2. Oh, hang on, we have to put that in there. Go back to this. Now we can add tire 2. And weight 2. And actually vehicle right here. We'll delete that. And the vehicle gets the headlight, tail light, and it says just the headlight, tail light, and the sirens, but this one actually gets everything that's in the model. But we'll focus on the wheel right now. So, read empty. Model 1 and 1. Drag that out. Where the heck did the wheel go? Uncheck that. like that. Doesn't matter the order that the thing is going. Alright, so we have our tire 1. And actually, while we're lining up this, we should be able to move that into there. Oh, that's kind of not even close. 0.74. Up a little bit. You know what? That's close enough. Move that back up there. We'll just reposition that kind of good. That down to 3%, bring that back up to there. Now that's in the middle, the collision's all set. That should be able to go in there. Then this should be able to select that. And there's one. So tire 1 and white 1. We should be able to select that, uncheck that. Oh, that's untagged. Tag these. Small, small. Small. Yeah, these are small too, so. Alright, so. That's all good. I'll delete those. And then they're empty. We'll put those as small. We'll rename this model. We'll drag 3 and 3 in there. We'll drag that out there. Then the only thing we have to do is headlights model, taillights model, the seats, and the steering wheel. Then we'll be done. So the wheels do take the longest. The steering wheel takes a little bit too. Seats, kinda. There's an exception to those. And then we have to make materials. Oh, and we have to edit all the other collisions. So wheel 3. So we go tire 3. Points at 4. Decal all the way down. Move that over till it's good. I actually usually go down a little bit. Set a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And wheel 3. Oops, bring that up too high. Kind of sorta in the middle. Kind of sorta in the middle. On to the inside. Add a box collider. And it's like the LED zeros in the way, but 3%, change that back. Then we should be able to put this in here. Let's change the small and small, so this is 3, so then it should be tire 3 and wheel 3. Then we can uncheck that. Then the wheels should be good. And we'll just recheck these models and uncheck the wheels. This way, I'm going to go this and this, all the wheels show up. It'll allow for easier wheel editing. We don't need the tires anymore. Siren, that's just sound. So what we're going to do is we're going to check that back on. Nope. That's the wrong thing. We're going to check model back on. There we go. That's what we wanted. Go from this side. Select Siren 0. What would that sound like there? Actually. We're going to put those like that. And the center of the car. Doesn't really matter, but because then it'll light up back there, but you won't be able to see it. It'll be inside the car, but that's where the sound will go then, and the sound moves everything. So I guess that's where the sound's going, and then we'll change the audio clip later. Ignition is in here. I just forgot to delete that or unselect it. Alright, so then we're gonna hide that again. Actually, no, we're gonna show that because then we're gonna go fire, smoke 1, and smoke 0, and choose where to put that. We'll put that in the rear of the front mounted engine. We got the pumpkin in the front. I think this is a rear mounted. Where'd my cursor go? There it is. I think this is rear mounted. Here, I don't know. Where do you guys want to put this? I know you can't answer, but here, let me put it in the front. So most of them are. That looks good. And then you can go here, you go stop, here, and stop. And then there won't be like smoke and flames and stuff showing up. Tires are good, that's good. The models for this we don't need, so you can just delete those. Headlights model is from center point of the car, so we're going to delete that because it's vehicle. We just need headlights model down here and taillights model down here. And then for this, stuff. Okay, we'll deal with that later. So I'm gonna hide headlights, hide taillights, hide the model, focus on the objects. So we really only need seat 0 and seat 1, so we can delete seat 2 and seat 3. Then for here, the steering wheel, we can delete that. And this is just the rotate. So we can go here, create empty, model, and this is small, small. And then we just put everything that ends in an S in there. Drag that out, and there is our steering wheel. Oops, hit the center. Alright, there we go. So, yep, so in the center of that, roughly in the center of the steering wheel. That'll be good for all the polygons or converting on the back into one vertice. So that should be good. And we can delete that, move that down to 3%, move that back up so you can see what we're doing. Move that model into there. Just like that, and then just select everything with S. So dash S and stitch S. And then just recalculate light map scale. And we should be good. And seat 1 and 0. We can just delete those. These are medium and medium. So just an LOD group. So seat 0, that's actually a capital S. You can recheck that so that shows up visible. And down here, wherever the seat went, alright, we're going to do that, and also that. And this should just have an LOD group on top of it. Yep, so we're going to go add component, LOD group, delete and delete. Put that back down to 3%. Now that should be, seat 0 should be the same as that one roughly. So we just do the same thing with this one. Just delete, delete. Move that one down to 3%. Move that back up. Objects, that one into objects, and under LOD we go seat 0 for seat 0 and seat 1 for seat 1. Then both of those should be good. Shouldn't be anything else we have to do with the objects. I'm going to recheck steer and uncheck objects. So then we just have to recheck the headlights model. Move that over there. And then each of these side lamps can move to wherever the rough center is for that stuff. And then the center lamp is just like, these are where the coronas are, and this is where the light actually shines from. we'll just kind of leave that there. So then headlights are good. Then now we just need taillights. So then .25, so negative, nope, negative 1.25. Perfect. Again, this is where the coronas are. This one will automatically put the light on the ground based on where the coronas are, so this one doesn't need that third lamp. Seats, we don't need 3 and 2. Then we actually need objects back. Check headlights, tail lights, and then check that tail light. Tires don't show up. Sirens do, however. We're not going to mess with anything else, so. Because that's not really in our way. So then, seat 0, so that's driver's side. And then seat 1. Why was that for the other one? Z's doing all sorts of funky stuff. X, we'll just put it 0.8. Yep. We'll put that 0.3 or 0.83. Yep. There we go. Wait, actually, I think if you look at that, yeah, that's off. So that's not in the middle of the seat. So don't listen to that. Alright, so seats should be good now. So now it's time for the fun stuff, texturing. So we go seat, which uses the dash texture. I'm going to just drag that up. And then for this, we go hide the first 2. And this uses the dash texture. Badges use the badge texture. And stitching uses the stitch texture. So then, if we go back over here and uncheck all of these, we now have a fully textured steering wheel. Doesn't really like transparency very well, but what are you gonna do? So wheels, we have tire, and tire, and then we just have white for the rim. So the tires are completely textured. Model is a bit different. of unchecking. So I'm going to uncheck that and uncheck that. So everything that's in here uses the tire texture. Everything that's right there uses the stitch texture. Everything that's here uses the mesh texture. Interior. The glass texture, wherever that went. Right there, that should be... Oh, okay, never mind, I know how to fix it. Okay, so... detail V, or just detail. Detail 2. Dash. Carbon. Blue. And badge. You should actually be able to select that. Yep, okay, perfect. That would have been really nice to know before. Okay, so then the headlights and the taillights, these use different textures. These use under here, under lights. Example, game, sources, models, vehicles, lights. This uses the headlights. And the taillights use the taillights. Right? Yes. That is how that goes. So now what we have to do is we have to go like that. Select that one, 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 that one. And all of these, and select light probes off. Right. So then we can select that, or we can minimize that, minimize that, and that, and select these three, and recheck those, and now everything should be visible. Now, you can tell that this glass is not actually transparent or see-through at all. So what we have to do is we have to go down here to Viserys. Nope, we have to go to Comet SR and Materials. And then in here, we should have to alright, so all of these should be standard shader rendering mode opaque except for glass, which should be transparent. Apparently we gotta use the headlights texture. And the taillights texture, maybe, I don't know. But the glass should be transparent rendering mode and no specular highlights. So, opaque, anything like that. Glass should be transparent and no specular highlights. So there you go. Now that is see-through. Yes. So that's how that goes. And now you can see this stuff down here is actually carbon, the hood's carbon, that's all carbon, that's the mesh. And actually the mesh should probably be transparent too. No, is that not how that goes? And say we don't want the carbon to shine, we can take off the specular highlights on that. It makes it look a little bit darker. So you almost kind of say, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it. The mesh didn't really change much. But, yeah. So now what we gotta do is in vehicle, under here, we have to add everything with a V after it. And headlights model, we're gonna actually do that. Yeah, no. That is in there. So I'm gonna delete that. So this should work if we try and put this stuff in. Some objects are not children of the LED group game object. Well, okay, so not sure about that. But everything's V should work. Dash V, detail 2V, already did detail 1, glass, interior, mesh, stitch, and tire. And then the headlights model should work. Oh! That explains it. I didn't put those inside, I put those outside. That makes way more sense. That explains why they weren't showing up. So, headlights model should be in here, and taillights model should now be in here. So the headlights and the taillights. So we'll just recalculate the light map scale. Now comes the fun part. Now we go this and edit box collider. And this is the base, or this is the bottom box collider, so it's a little hard to see with everything showing up, but yeah, we're gonna put that about there. The biggest thing is make sure not to just do it in one window. And then this box collider is the roof box collider, so I'm going to move that like that, that like that. Move that up. Oops. So that was pretty good, but I didn't want it quite that way. I don't mean to keep clicking off of it. So I'm just recalculate light map scale. Then the bumper edit the box collider, bumper, edit box collider. Now for this one we want it to stick out. We're going to actually put this right at the end of that, and then just however far out we put it in the front. Actually, alright, so I'm going to change this up a little bit. They told me, or I was told to put it a little above the bottom of the car and a little below that, and then put that about a quarter of the way back from the back wheel, and then in front of the car about half the front wheel size. Just due to server delay. This way, if the zombie comes in here, it's got that much server delay to recognize that you hit the zombie. So we are actually going to put that way, but I'm going to raise this up a little bit and down, and then bring that back some. About halfway in between the edge of the back tire and the back of the car. Then, don't forget to adjust it this way. And then, okay, so there's none of that. And then the navigation box collider. This tells the zombies where to walk around it, and this gives the general navigational box collider. So you can put this right to the bottom of the wheel so that it's upside. So that if the vehicle is upside down, they can't walk on the wheels. And then just uncheck that. Sound. This is wherever I don't know, the sound comes from. Alright, that should be all good. So now, what we want to do is we're going to go into this, back to here, and import our media files, I think. Okay, don't import your media files into there. That's right, we import them somewhere else. So, under completed, create new folder, Common SR. If you look into here, we have clip, our four audio files, and vehicle. So, under here, this is where we import our 4 audio files. This is also where we select this, recalculate the light map scale again, drag this out into here. So that now has all of that stuff. Then we delete model, wheels, objects, headlights, taillights. We leave bumper, nav. That's a good question. What do we leave? Bumper, nav, seats, and tires. So we leave bumper, nav, seats, and tires. And we just delete the rest of that. Then we rename this clip. So this gives navigation information and all that good stuff, and drag that out there. Then actually, I forgot a step, so we have to drag that back in there. It's going to put it right back where we just had it. Scroll down on here, and audio clip is engine medium, but if you click on it, it's not the right engine medium, so we have to go Comet SR, engine medium, or no, keep this selected, and then just drag engine medium over to there. So now it'll use this audio file rather than the other audio file. And then down here to sirens, and move the siren over there. Ignition and horn you don't have to worry about. It'll automatically read those in the bundle file. It's just we have to do that, and then delete that and redrag that one down. Then you can delete that. Go back up to here, select Comet SR, over to bundle tool, go grab. If you don't know how to get to bundle tool, go window, unturned bundle tool. That'll spawn up a little pop-up menu over here, so we'll show you how to do that. So bundle tool, it'll pop up with that, and then you can just drag that up into there. And then just select whatever folder you want, hit grab, bundle Comet SR, select the place that you want to bundle it to. Name it whatever you want, comet.sr.unity3d. You can't import Unity 3D files. You can you can import Unity or .unity package files. And then just hit save. It's going to bundle it for you. Then if you look over here, you now have a Unity 3D file. Let me use that so we can move that in there and replace the two files in there. Then from here, this should be good, but we're going to leave that open for now. In your unturned folder, go to bundles, vehicles, and you can see here I have Quadra in here, and what was the other one that I did? The Ceres. I have both of those in here. So what you can do is you can just take a random one, so even race car blue or whatever, and just go copy paste, because in here it has an english.dat file and racecar_blue.dat file. This will give you a custom GUID. You can determine what vehicle or what type it is, so vehicle, helicopter, yada yada yada, boat, stuff like that. You can determine the rarity, you can set the spawn ID, you can set what speed minimum and speed maximum is. 24 does not mean that it goes 24 miles an hour. In game, the speed setting of 24 makes it go 60, I think 65 miles an hour. You can only set it so fast right now because they kind of messed it up. Or Nelson kind of messed it up in an update, so now workshop vehicles have a hard time going insanely fast speeds. So you can set the fuel min max, fuel braking, steering degrees, health of the vehicle. Not sure what that does. You can set the explosion radius, power of the vehicle. This has to be named. See how this one's named Race Car Blue because it's in the vehicle folder Race Car Blue. And then this just determines what the name is when you look at the vehicle in game. So I already did this. Comet SR, and then Comet SR.dat. So this is everything that I have. So we're gonna clear out the GUID. Right. Set a I set a custom ID for it. So if A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, stuff like that. 18 is S and 17 is R. I don't know. That's just I couldn't think of an ID, so I just went with that. Right now I have speedmin set to 20 or negative 20, so it'll go roughly 35 to 40 miles an hour in reverse. which is a bit ridiculous, but if you're trying to back away, if your only option is to back away out of a certain area or something, you want to back out fast. So that's the only reason why I set it to that, because all the vanilla vehicles go really slow and it gets annoying. So steering min max, set it to 40-degree maximum turn angle. Speed max is 30. This has problems occasionally with some people. So sometimes the vehicle will go not max speed. Sometimes you just have to let off W, tap the space bar once or twice, and then hit W again, and then it'll pick up speed and go max speed. Fuel min max, that's just debug, I don't know. I just set it at that. Health min max, pretty much can't die. Traction, not entirely sure why that's there, but we'll just leave it. Trunk storage X, so this is the X-axis, just how many spots there is, how many squares there is this way, and how many Y spaces there are this way. This thing can hold tons of storage. Explosion 20. Tires invulnerable makes it so that the tires cannot be popped off. You should still be able to remove them. And then, since we did this in Unity 2017.4.29 F1 and use the bundle tool instead of the master bundle tool, this has to be exclude from master bundle and asset bundle version 2. Notice that there's no underscore right there. There's not supposed to be. So just make sure that there's no GUID up here. When you launch the game, it will make a custom GUID, and then this is just going to be named Comet SR. Actually, what did I name? Okay, I did just name that Viserys. I was going to say, if I name that Lampadati Viserys, then I'd name this Fister Comet SR. But the reason I set it up like this, Comet SR underscore files, Comet SR, and then there's a blank vehicle.meta file in here. And then this stuff, this is for uploading it to the workshop. You need a folder for it to go to. So we can copy this Unity 3D file, put that in there, copy this Comet SR file, go to Unturned Bundles Vehicles, paste that in there. That'll show up here under apparently the only vehicle that starts with a C. So we can now launch Unturned, and our vehicle should spawn under the ID, whatever it is, 1817 for me. Let me turn on my phone's hotspot real quick so that I can show you guys the workshop thing too. So, we're going to just leave that minimized. I just opened it up again. This, we did do a lot of stuff with it. It seems like it's going to work perfectly fine. Really, this was just to make sure that everything shows up as taillights, model, badges, yada yada yada. Because sometimes it'll show up just as model. Just the entire thing is under the entire car, so there will be one thing under here just labeled model, and when you click on it, it'll just highlight the entire vehicle. That you do not want. If it does that, open it up in a different program or something like Zenoza or like 3ds Max or something, and separate everything and then name it specifically to this, and then export to OBJ and have it separate by object. because there should be an option to separate, or to separate objects via how to do the workshop content. No. Is it actually gonna launch? Let's hope it does. Alright, good. Okay, still not downloading. We're good. So once this loads, then we just load into single player. I'm gonna load into PEI just because the map loads the fastest. Then hopefully we can make this video not be an hour and a half long. I can't even imagine how big this thing's gonna be. It's running 720p at 30 FPS right now. If it was running at with bilinear frame scaling, it said that if it says under video settings, downscale filter bilinear fastest but blurry if scaling. I'm scaling it from 1080p to 720p, and I'm using 30 FPS. My GTA 5 vehicle making tutorials, those are all 1080p, no scaling, and bicubic at 60 FPS, and a 10-minute video was just under a half a gig, which, if we're making this all one video, we don't want this to be that big, because that'd be what, even if it's only an hour and a half, that'd be what, 9? So that'd be what, 4.5 gigs? That'd be play offline, perfect. Alright. I was testing out some stuff. This is the Viserys. I actually put this stuff up there. That is the screenshot for it. Except I don't think there's snow. So we're going to go at /vehicle 1817, right? Yeah. And that will spawn Comet SR. And hands are on the steering wheel. Kind of sits a little forward in the seat. Lights light up. Kind of can't really see it, but the tail lights light up too. For personal control, or just press it, it'll start playing Pure Water, because that's what I set it as. Okay, whew! I was like, these wheels better rotate the right way. Or like, not even rotate the right way, just not be spinning around. Yeah, see? I'm holding down W and it's only going 20, so... And then there's something with the mass of these vehicles too. I haven't figured out how to fix that yet, but because zombies can literally just push them around, but it's not gonna get destroyed. One more thing that I want to test. Alright, steering wheel turns the right way, thing looks dope, boys. We got her done. The glass is transparent. Tires turn. The hubs, they don't turn with the tire. I could make them turn with the tire, but they'd be attached to the tire, so when the front tire spun, it'd spin the brake rotor with the caliper, which would, in real life, completely defeat the purpose of brakes. But yeah, so, and this is a rear-mounted engine. So we did put the smoke in the wrong spot, but so. But now, if we close that out and actually use Task Manager to just kill it. Kill it! Don't let it survive! Okay, so that's killed that. Now we go over here, and go to here, and it created a GYD for it. So that's all good. The only thing that we need to change is in Unity. So go to here, drag that back up there. Select those. Drag those back over the back vent. Go stop, stop, and stop. Okay, don't ask me why that's using carbon fiber texture. Ew! I know why that's using the carbon fiber texture. Because I accidentally dragged the carbon fiber texture over top of it. So, now we have to fix that. Fire works fine, smoke 1 works fine. So, we're going to hide the vehicle. Drag that out. There we go. Alright, that's all fixed. So I'll tell you to fix that if that happens. Because now it plays how it's supposed to. And it doesn't show up with a carbon texture. So if you wanted to, you could actually probably change the fire texture to blue fire if you wanted. But now that we move that, now we just go back to wherever completed is. Delete. Move that back. Select Common SR, grab, bundle. Select that, replace it. That'll bundle that. And close that. We're just gonna go save project, and then don't save because that it's just asking you if you want to save the scene. And then for this, we have to go back over here, copy that, and put that in here. Copy that, put that in there. Copy that and put that in there. So now, It's got the updated version of Unity 3D in Unturned itself, and it has the updated version of the DAT file with the GUID in the files. Yep, that one's got a GUID. Did I ever put this one here with the GUID? Yes, I did. Okay. So, the Comet SR is now done. So now what we need to do is we just need to launch Unturned again, load back into PEI, spawn the vehicle away from zombies, get a screenshot. I'll probably do it in the city somewhere or something, so oh, actually right clicking activates the horn, so and I didn't realize that this game is not on my headphones, so you guys have no desktop audio. I'll change that right now. Yeah, because I can't change that in-game, so we're going to have to go like that. And I have desktop audio. We're just going to go play offline. It tends to spawn in random spots, so vehicle, we'll go 2077 for now. Dang, I thought this one went the right speed too. Also must have updated something again and screwed something up. So we're going to go not the one I wanted, but it'll work. I think I wanted 76. Oh, whichever one the race car is. It's a black race car. Actually, I think it might be 70 or 71. It's probably something way off. Oh, yeah, because that's how physics work. Flip it over and where am I? I don't have a chart. This is I don't know exactly where I am. I'm gonna do it just right on the road. J/vehicle 1817. Why the heck does this thing look skewed? The feeling is no. Oh, it looks weird. Any other vehicle to stand on? Sorry, Porsche, I need a Porsche to stand on a Porsche so that I can take a picture of a Porsche. Gotta go back some. Whoop. Okay, so that's a thing apparently. Alright, well that's stuck. Or no, left click. Left click is horn, right click is the headlights. Yeah, we'll just crop the picture. It's fine. Home, print screen. And then we'll take a few more. We'll take from... That's going to get that car in the background. Look at it that way. We'll get one from the back. We'll just, you know, not get the other car in here. Take a picture from that side. And there we go, boys. That's the Comet SR. We'll actually exit this time because, actually, return workshop. We gotta edit those pictures first. Pictures, screenshots. Not entirely sure what the heck all these are. Let's open them and find out. Yep, Fortnite, GTA. A severely wrecked vehicle in GTA. A bunch of severely wrecked pictures in GTA. There we go, these are the ones that I want. Yes, I do have 3 monitors. This one is a P216HL Acer monitor from, you know, a long time ago. Let's go custom. We'll crop the flipped over Viserys out of here. Well, that looks extremely low quality. We'll save that. We'll crop the zombie out of the side of it too. That looks a little better. Nope. Cancel. Save. Come on. There we go. Get the Viserys out of this one too. Save. That one actually looks pretty high quality, so... Well, high quality might be a stretch, but... Don't ask me why picture editing is so laggy right now, but... Just so, got some extra pictures for this one. I'll just move those over here. Nope. That one. Where did I put this? Just in there with that. See it? Quadra U. So. This one. Scenic front, scenic rear, with a capital F. Put it together. Scenic right side. So then, okay, so when did that open? So we're just going to go in here and bring that over to that side of the screen. We're going to go submit. Name is alright, but two more things. Yeah, that should be good. Collection path is that. So you have to have that folder and that up, and then just click up there and control copy. So control C. Preview images, or okay, so preview image is going to be this one. So it's just this one into there, and then that entire thing back over here with a backslash with the name of the picture. Change note for 1.0 vehicle, 4 wheels, ready to use, public, lot IPs, any. So these two are the ones that I've put in already. Cyberpunk 2077 Quadro VTEC would fit. If I had any spaces in there, it would not. And then Lampadati Viserys GTA 5, so this one's going to be Fister Comet SR GTA 5. So that should be good. So create. We wait. Because it should open up the Steam overlay. If it doesn't, make sure that you've clicked on this and accepted these. If not, read through this and accept both. I'm just gonna accept both again. There it goes. Alright. So now we have this, and we can edit the title and description, and we can add or edit images and videos. So from here we're going to choose files. Go to where they at? D. Program files, 3D models, unturned vehicles, Comet SR, nope, that's not right. Oh my goodness. Front, upload. Rear, and then right side. So continue. So then that's that. And now, if we go and open up a new page. Yeah, open up a new page. Go to. Sorry for the extremely loud keyboard. I got a brand new Red Dragon. What's it? Your files. Files you posted. You go here. We're going to copy the description just because it's easier, and then edit title and description. Control plays pure water by that is a good question. DJ Mustard and Migos. We'll just put Mustard Cow and Migos. Don't worry about it. The ID is 1817. I am the overall creator of the mod. They created the vehicle model, and they provided the textures, some links to my stuff, and some links to their stuff. Save. Setting have been changed. So now we have more pictures with this one, and the stuff, and then we should already be subscribed to that. Actually, we're going to copy link address, add links, YouTube, that one, update, and that should send you then to my YouTube channel. Yes, 15 subscribers, a whole 15 subscribers. One unique visitor. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, that was me, don't worry about it. Look fine. But we now have a comment SR. In Unturned. Oh, the good stuff. But that is how you take care of. Forgot to change that. And then it'll show up down here. That's how you can like update stuff and whatnot. You can just select a collection path, I believe. Yeah, you should be able to just select that in the preview image and then click that, and it'll, I don't know what that does, but who knows. But almost 2 hours. That's gonna be it for this one. Hope you all enjoyed and actually learned some things. Sorry for my rambling if I did any. But that's going to be it for this one. So I will see you in the next one. I don't know what that means, but either way, have an awesome day. Peace.